Hello everybody, my name is Christian, aka the Platinum Chin, here at 5-9 Gaming Direct to bring you our review of Far Cry 6. Now this review is written by our very own Sly and I am proud to present it to you. Now if you enjoy these types of videos, please be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you can stay up to date with everything that we post here on the channel. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the review of Far Cry 6. Welcome to Yara, the world of Far Cry 6, being as beautiful and immersive as you predict a AAA game should be. Yara has sunny beaches, friendly locals who serve street food, and play upbeat music that can be heard from passing cars and nearby homes. With all these elements, the vibe of party all the time is always in the air. You can tell Ubisoft wanted to take their latest installment back to its roots. Compared to the last two main titles, Far Cry 4 and 5, whose settings were based in the Himalayan mountain region and the state of Montana respectively. Far Cry 3 was the last time a main title in the Far Cry series took place on an island. In fact, Far Cry 3 solely took place on an island without any form of city life. Fast forward 9 years later to Far Cry 6, Ubisoft has brought both island and city life within a relatively close distance of each other, with some areas being solely forests and mountains as well. Moving on from how the island of Yara looks in terms of design, it was once a prosperous island until a revolution occurred 50 years prior to the start of the game. After the revolution was over, the island nation of Yara experienced an economic decline. Anton Castillo rose up and promised to restore Yara to what it once was in an effort to avenge his father. Fast forward to present day, Castillo is attempting to follow through with his promise while at the same time conditioning his son Diego to be the next presidente. In order to keep true to his vows to the people, Castillo will use whatever means necessary, even if it involves sacrificing some of his own citizens to bring Yara out of the ashes and back to its former glory. Of course, no dictator goes down without some meddling kids, a chicken, and the wiener warrior himself, Chorizo, attempting to take them down. Brave Yaran rebels attempt to destroy all Anton has rebuilt, as well as take him down in the process. Meet Danny Rojas, a native Yaran. Danny has experienced the brutality of Anton's rule firsthand while growing up in Yara. To liberate their home from Anton's grip and corrupt regime, Danny joins Libertad, a ragtag group of guerrilla fighters. In Far Cry 6, you have the option to play as Danny Rojas as either a male or female. While playing the game, you can experience a compelling storyline that takes you from being an ordinary reluctant citizen to a leader fighting against Anton's regime. With Far Cry 6, you will be able to employ an arsenal of devastating makeshift weapons to give Anton's troops a taste of guerrilla ingenuity. Now, not only will you be able to craft some devastating arsenal for Danny and the rest of the Libertad, but you will also gain new animal companions along the way. Now let's start off by meeting the most lovable of the three new companions. His name, Chorizo. This adorable wiener dog is more dangerous than he appears. Chorizo can help distract enemies so you can take them down with stealth. Next, let's meet a more punk-style feathered friend, Chicharron. This punk rooster has all the attitude and ferocity you need to take down Anton's soldiers. Lastly, we have someone you never thought would become an ally. A crocodile named Guapo. Though Guapo may look nice, he is still lethal. Use Guapo to ravage through the dictator's forces and make a clear path to bring down Anton. Moving on to how the game plays itself, Ubisoft has now implemented a holster feature, allowing you to holster your weapon so you don't seem suspicious walking around with a sniper rifle in your hands. Alongside this feature, you will also be able to utilize Assassin's Creed's cloaked mechanic, where as long as you and your holstered weapon don't stand too close to guards and don't act in a suspicious manner, you can pass through checkpoints without the cause for violence. This also works as a stealth mechanic, where you can sneak up on a vehicle and assassinate the driver before you steal a truck. Now that you've got a glimpse of how this new title plays, let's dive into its presentation. Quick disclaimer, this is based off of a PS5 gameplay and is subject to change on different platforms. After playing for a few hours, the game ran pretty well. There were some subtle frame tears here and there, and the haptic feedback still felt the way it does with most of the games that have adopted the new feature. So it isn't something that you would find too different. Loading times for the game did not feel too long either. In fact, it only took a few seconds of load time here and there on some parts, but not all the parts of the game, especially running on that sweet PS5 SSD. Some of the foliage did seem a little too flat and bland when also looking at other PS5 games that have come out recently. So they did reduce the graphics a tad bit when optimizing for the PS5 and potentially the Xbox as well. But all in all, the game ran really well for the first Far Cry game on a new gen system. Overall, the graphics of the game are still amazing on the PS5. The only thing is that there are some parts in the game graphically that left a little to be desired, but that's to be expected when playing on a console. Compared to the previous entries, you can definitely notice the improvements done to the overall control of the new game, especially the addition of haptic feedback, which really enhances the overall immersion. Even though it is just another Far Cry game, the gameplay doesn't feel stale. There's nothing quite like being able to sneak around and silently they take down enemies 1 minute and go gung-ho the next. Far Cry 6 placing you as the figurehead for a violent revolution continues to give the series that exciting spark. The combination of the unique characters, the setting, gameplay, chorizo, makes this title one to remember. That is why we are comfortable giving Far Cry 6 an 8 out of 10. Well, that's it from us, guys. What do you think of Far Cry 6? Is this a must-buy for you, or is it another skip in October's lineup of games? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm Christian, aka the Platinum Chin, here at 5-9 Gaming Direct, and I will catch you all next time.